Join us. Let's see if it works like we think it will. I always have this problem. So, we're working on animation, and I think the fact that Character Animator has control of my camera some of the time is part of our problem. It's fascinating. I'm looking at the green right here, and it's almost like the glimpse really, really cool perspective. I have all of my normal thoughts going. Anyway, welcome to my show on Tuesday. We are on deadline. I have to finish this animation for Nate today, and hopefully in the next hour and 45 minutes. So let's get ourselves started on this one, and let's get working right away. I'm going to raise my microphone up to here so that it's out of my way, because otherwise I'll fall. What we have here is completely ready. The cool part about this is it's already constructed. It's already recorded all of the information. So it's not that complicated. So where's the upload of the notes that didn't work? Oh, cool.
I knew that. Hi, welcome to my dead air show. So, that probably helps a whole lot to turn on my, it's over here, my mixer. So yeah, I have been working for the last, I want to say probably 24 hours, 48 hours, nonstop here, trying to get these last little bits of this to work together. So we are working on sort of setting this up. There we go, just like that. So we're doing animation today, but I can't get the puppets to move, which is fine. I'll get the puppets to move in a minute. Pepper will join us in some point in time down the road. But I am using up all of my computer's resources. So I'm wondering whether I shouldn't be moving the anchor points, but maybe what I should be doing is moving the position X and the position Y. There we go, more like that. Perfect. Okay. Hello, Ghost Hand. I'm having issues. So I took my niece to school because she needed a ride. We're almost out of school for the year. So I had to take my kid and my niece. So I had to go fetch my niece, drop off my kid, take my niece to school, and then come back. That usually eats up my morning. Hey, Pepper's here. Look at Pepper being here. Where's my mouse? So it did work.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a great many things.
Yes, and it looks like I've misplaced something. Hold on. I feel like I'm crawling around on the floor like a toddler. So, how's your morning been, guy?
I was just explaining this. That I had to take my niece to school this morning. And so I had to do that loop where I go fetch her and then come back, drop off my kid at his school, and then head down to her school, which is down by you, and then come back up here. So that was my loop this morning.
Gotcha. I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty damn big loop.
It is a loop, and it's cool, but that's why I was late, of course, because when I make that loop, I can't make it back here by 9 exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, I probably could, but I spend so little time talking to my niece. Usually what happens is we get into a discussion on the way down, and then we just sit there and talk for a few minutes in front of the school. And so I really miss her. She's like one of my buds, man. She's one of my buddies, and I miss her. And of course, she's 17 now. So, really her world's more important than her goofy, weird uncle. But that's still cool. She tries. She humors me a lot. I know that's what's really going on. I would love to think that that's not true, but it's true. Oh, well. Okay. So I managed to get a scene running on animation, and I'm actually really excited about this. Take a look at this. Okay, ready? Ready, watch this. What? Okay, there we go. Watch.
Don't lose the equity in your home because you didn't ask. Call today, and we will help find the right solution for you.
Right?
Play it one more time.
Don't lose the equity in your home because you didn't ask. Call today, and we will help find the right solution for you.
The eyebrows seem to like always make me feel like she's giving a different emotion than she probably supposed to.
You think so?
Well, at the very end, she looks very worried.
She might be worried. Maybe she's worried about you. Yeah, I can see that. I am actually extremely fascinated by this. I recorded this live. So the character, the reason why my camera is acting funny right now and everything is a weird color and I'm really dimmed out is because I think my camera is like freaked out because it's trying to be controlled by Character Animator. But when the camera is running properly, it identifies my eyebrows, it identifies my eyes and where they're located, it identifies where my face is and where my mouth is. And so I was able to live operate her. I would rewind, I'd hit record, it would play the audio, and I would just sit there and move my head and wiggle my eyebrows and things like that. But I think it locked in on her eyebrows in a different location. You're supposed to zero out your there's a button that says set the rest pose. So you look at the camera, you relax your eyebrows, you relax your eyes, you relax everything, and then you hit set, and it resets the puppet to your face. But then I think there's a slight movement with me moving my mouse over and hitting the record button because I have to look down to do that. And I just got her to stop doing this shifty eye thing because every time I looked down to see if the buttons were working, her eyes would lose track. The program would lose track of my eyes. And so the puppet would start doing this like back and forth thing with her eyes. And it was like,
yeah.
Ultimately what I did was I just deleted the eye track. So there was no eye track anymore. Anyway, I'm still excited. This is an excellent first foray into this. I will improve from here. But this is the previous scene where she's talking to him. And I think I want to fix these puppets. So we're going to go into Photoshop and fix the puppets on this. Because I feel like I've got two puppets here. I've got him, who's a puppet. He's not complete yet, as you can see, because he looks like he's been zonked in a zombie land. And then I've got her. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him and just delete him at this point in time. I'm going to start a new one, though. New. Close. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. I have to figure out what I'm doing.
What trouble you're getting into?
You know? Well, I'm on page 6 of pencil
trouble
still. Yes, of trouble. I'm on page 6 of the comic and realizing technically I could actually stop right now and do a 4-page and leave it up to the imagination of the reader what's going to happen next after.
Put in a splash then.
Huh?
Put in a splash.
Guy, I have no time for a splash.
I ain't got no time for a splash.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for a splash.
Mm-mm.
That's fair.
No. What I did was the character that I was drawing in the frame at the end of the last page was supposed to be mid-air catching something. But instead, I had her landing. Well, now I'm on the panel where she's supposed to have landed, and I've already done it. So now I don't know what to do with this panel.
I'm out of panels. I understand that. I've been down that road one too many times.
Yeah.
Photoshop Making my life miserable since forever. Okay. Template blank. Is that a folder? Did I put it as a folder? Yes, I did. Why am I making my life miserable for no reason? This is me making my life miserable for absolutely no reason. All right. You are. I probably could make this into 2 zones. So. And I probably should. All right. Now we get to do what we did yesterday and decapitate this poor fella. Sorry, dude.
Bye.
But I have already learned that remote operating him works really well, as we just learned from his wife. If he is remote operated, I can actually get the character animator to, I mean, it's not like he wasn't nightmare fuel before with his blank eyes, but boy, decapitating him has made it even more of a horror flick.
Not really.
See, the problem is you spend way too much time watching those things, and therefore you are desensitized. I'm just saying. I, on the other hand, am terrified of being startled and jump scares, and therefore I don't watch any horror flicks, and so I am completely and totally like a newbie and a wimp and all kinds of stuff.
I also read horror stories, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just weird.
Said, you're just broken, man. You're broken.
Tell that to my parents.
Right? Therapy.
Freud always says blame the mother.
So I was explaining also to Ghost Hand, because I started the first part of this show and there was no volume and I didn't know. So I was just sitting here chatting. And Ghost Hand's like, there's nothing. And I'm like, oh. So I was explaining that Character Animator can take control of my microphone and then I can real-time talk. And when I do, the puppets will real-time speak. Naturally, I was doing pre-recorded voices because I had my wife come in here and she recorded the voice for me because she loves me and these are all important things. And yeah, I know. It's one of the reasons why I'm a manga fan. It's because of cheap scares. Anyway, nice. I was on the wrong layer. So
you put everything on one layer?
I put everything on the wrong layer is what I did.
Yeah.
You have to stop. But why? You're on the wrong layer.
Yeah, but I also agree with Ghost Hand's comment. Cheap scares in American horror. I mean, I watched Ringu and I got more jump scares than I did with The Ring.
Yeah.
And only because it was more realistic.
Uh-huh. I haven't watched either. I did read the manga. And the manga was really good.
The manga was good. I did read, I read Zero of Ringo. And then I meant to read everything else, but then, sorry folks, my hair is like everywhere this morning.
Hey, my hair is too. And my hair is gray, and yours isn't. So there.
Actually, mine's dark gray. All the blue washed out.
You're just saying that to make me feel better.
I'm not saying that to make you feel better. Look at my hair. Not a speck of blue. It's all dark gray.
I kind of want to go blue. I think blue would be awesome. I've been saying that, but I keep getting afraid of doing it. I don't know what my problem is.
Well, I did indigo. So that's the blue I did.
Nah.
But
If
your
I'm going to
hair
do
is
blue, it's going
but
to be
your
blue.
hair is like white. So
Yeah, my hair's perfect for it.
yeah. So like you could do any color really.
And it would be awesome. And I mean, like, totally.
Really?
Right? I agree.
Mhm.
I mean, Ghost Hand saying that drawn art is different from cinema. I agree. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love the field that I'm in. Comics, animation, those things. I can do so much more with my pen to express something because I can literally express what I'm thinking. Okay. We've got, I don't need to worry about anything below that 15 because it doesn't really matter. So we're going to take this head and move it to the right layer. We're going to call it face. And delete this one. Delete. We're going to take this and move it down here. And we're going to call this plus. Why did you put a plus there, guy? Because Junji Ito. So it's a shame that we don't have Brian on the show today because he is our local resident Junji Ito fan. And he is all on board with you on that one.
He's like the founding father of Japanese manga horror or something like that. Like at this point, like there are so many people that I know that look up to him for horror.
Yep.
That I know that I'm just like, what? Like even American comics. He's actually done influence on horror comics for American creators.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question.
One of the people that I know that really likes him, he lives in Wales too, so like not just America.
Well, no, I mean obviously Ghost Hand's in Brazil, so I mean we clearly are international here on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he just looks like we surprised him. Oh my God.
The line going across his eye kind of like makes me think that he's an alien.
He is definitely an alien. This is one of the fun things about animation in general is when you get to the stage where you're assembling something and all of a sudden it is like the most bizarre critter you just created.
Yeah.
And you just like created this weird thing and it's like it doesn't even make sense, but I love it. That's part of what makes animation fun in my book.
And Ghost Hand is commenting about the universalness of certain fears. I will agree. I am from Florida. You would not believe on how many people are afraid of cockroaches there.
Me.
Like, okay, no, when I say afraid of cockroaches, I mean I'm talking like basically these are the things that look like cockroaches, but they're called palmetto bugs.
I hate those things.
You literally can walk up to a palm tree, pull on a palm frond just the right way. If there's a nest there, they will fall down upon you.
Nope.
And this is why people fear them.
I fear them. Fear them a lot.
Yeah.
Nope. That is not cool, man. I'm just saying. Palmetto bugs are not cool.
Oh, well.
There you go.
I mean, Euclidean geometry,
There's
non-Euclidean geometry, I can see why that would drive someone insane. Yeah. I don't know. I have like one of those really weird things. I may have grown up in Florida, but I can't go swimming in the ocean for very long periods of time.
Thalaphobia.
Yeah, that I do have that.
That's the fear of the darkness of water.
Yeah.
I keep imagining, and I think this comes from watching Jaws when I was a freaking kid, is the looking out into the deep blue of the ocean, and it just slowly fades in, that shark with its mouth open. You know, it's like that. I don't know what it is, but man, that freaked me out. Oh my God. And Jaws 3 in 3D, we went and saw that thing in the theater with 3D glasses on. Because at the time that movie came out, and I'm just remembering this, we were living with one of Mom's actresses stayed with us. And she was like 26 or 25 or something. And, you know, my sister and I were in our teens, but we were in our young teens. Like, I think my sister was 12 and I was 14 or 15, somewhere in there. And so she takes us to Jaws 3D. And right off the bat in the movie, you get like a dismembered arm floating in front of you. And it's just like, you know, it's like, well, this is how this is going to be.
Okay, well, here's the deal.
This stuff, and she thought it was so cool.
If I had to,
I miss her.
if I had to, like, if I had to describe it, basically, like, when I go into the ocean, if I go underwater and I open my eyes, I can see certain, like, to a certain distance. But, like, where I was positioned in Florida, like, before I did any research about Bimini Road or the Bermuda Triangle or anything like that as a kid, when I would do it, I never felt that way when I was, like, in an inlet. But if it was open water, I felt like something was, like, wanting me to go down into the dark part of the ocean that I could not really make out what was there.
Right.
And it's not like it's a really weird feeling and sensation. I don't like it.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're talking about Jaws. I watched the original Jaws, and then me and my family went to the beach for a normal beach day, and my cousin got bit by a nurse shark.
A nurse shark?
Yeah, she stepped on it.
Oh, well.
And so basically at that point, like, none of the younger kids that just recently watched Jaws before going wanted to go into the water. I was included. She was fine. She was fine.
Of course.
She got a few stitches on her foot. But yeah, like when it happened, it was like this couldn't have been worse, like timing, because I had like another cousin that was like freaking out because they thought Jaws could come. They thought a great white could come into the area that we were in at the beach, and they were trying to basically say, no, that's not possible. It's too small here. And then my cousin got bit by a shark. So,
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finished all the phenoms, which then this becomes an issue really quick. Sorry, guys. There we
what,
go.
you have nothing else to show today?
It'd be fascinating as well, yes. So that's the other thing. I love psychological horror. I really do.
And I am one of those few people that I can respect what Stephen King does. Unfortunately, I do not like his work.
It's fine. You can be that way. I find,
and it's not that I find it too scary for me.
No, of
it's
course
the
not.
fact that I just don't like it.
Well, so my mom and I had the same opinion on King. She actually brought it up, and I think she's spot on, or was spot on, I guess. But her theory was there are books that he had editors on, and then there are books whom his editors were Stephen King worshippers. And you can tell the difference because the Stephen King worshippers wouldn't touch a word. And those books suck. And they really, really needed to go through one more edit. And they really needed to go through some cleanup work. And it's proof that you should always trust your editors. Because if you don't, they're not helping you. They're doing you a disservice. It's a disservice to say, yeah, Pepper, this is perfect. You shouldn't change a thing. That's actually a disservice.
Yeah.
Unless legitimately it is perfect. But the odds of us writing a perfect draft on draft 1, no. So unlikely. All right, this puppet is about ready to rock. We're going to call him, save as, I'm going to stick him over on the animation file as Dude. So we'll now stick him in there as a dude. Now, he's pre-rigged. So we'll go into Character Animator, and we're going to remove the entire side because we're going to redo her as well. There's a problem with this entire setup and rig. So I'm going to go on ahead and just pull this puppet out completely. And we're going to load dude, import dude, import. Now, dude is set up and rigged. If you set up all of the layers properly, then everything comes in correctly. And you can see he's already rigged and everything works and all is good. And he's not, in fact, running, you'll notice, like all of his, the mouths. Before we had like 60 mouths, and you'll see that they're not all active at this point. I'm going to take his eye gaze, and we can do keyboard input on this. And I just have to figure out what puppet keyboard input we've got, because I don't remember. Anybody remember? Nah, nobody remembers. Keyboard shortcuts. Doodly doodly doo. So We're going to take Q and we're going to make this a key shortcut for the puppet. Do. Or not. Oh gosh, I hate doing these things the first time around. Okay. Is there a way to set my keyboard input for it? Yes, I'll bet you it's on the face. And I'll get to this in a minute. Lip sync audio input is what we want. We want only this audio input for him. So what we're going to do, right, we're going to take this audio input and we're going to say timeline, compute lip sync from audio. There we go.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
There we go. Look at that. Actually, wasn't that hard, astonishingly. Hi. Dude.
He looks like a tweaker.
He does look like a tweaker. We got to fix his eye gaze. So, handles. Under the handles. Okay, good. Set. Okay, dragger. Yep. Range. No, I'm going to turn that off right now. Target handles. Nothing. So I'm going to say eyes. Okay. So here's our rig, and everything is rigged properly, or at least hopefully everything is rigged properly. His head is not rigged properly, but that's okay. Head origin needs to be down here. That way it won't move improperly. That way it'll pivot on his actual neck. So this is the pivot point. Right eye. Left eye. We want controls on these guys to be everything with this crown on there means that it's independent. So like the pupil can move independently because we want it to be independent. Everything else that doesn't have the crown, like the eye, you don't want the eyes to do this number. So you want them to stick to the face. So if the face turns, they don't actually move. But the pupils, of course, can wander all over the place. So we know we've got that. So that's why we allow the pupil to be independent. And I guess it's got the queen character as in the queen chess piece, so it can move any way it wants. So that's what I think.
Gotcha.
That's the concept that's going on here.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, my back's hurting.
that's all right. You know we've got to stretch in like 7 minutes, right? That's a requirement.
Well, yeah. You're sitting down. I'm like doing a permanent cobra position while
I know. I'm just, mocking you incessantly as usual. There's nothing new here.
Oh, that's fine.
So I agree with you about him being a tweaker. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I can go into his eyes here and maybe give just a little bit of some non-tweaker-esque effect.
Well, so I'm going based off of like there's like this old not sure what if it's Chinese or Japanese. I'm thinking it may be Chinese. There's folklore type things around it. Like if you see the white above someone's eye.
Oh yeah, that's normal crazy.
Yeah. And if you see the white below someone's eye, it means like they're depressed or something different.
And
But
yeah,
if you see all the way around their eye, they're just freaking nuts.
so we will fix that. We'll go into his other eye and fix that as well. Because these are comedic characters, and he's sad because he just can't figure out what to do with his mortgage, and he can't figure out what to do with his life and stuff. There, now he just looks like he's stoned. Stoned is better than tweaked, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll update. There we go. We update it. Go back to not that one. Need to rename the scene. And then this one is scene 1. No, he just looks depressed. Poor guy.
I just don't
Well,
know.
he's
how we're going
kind
to
of
catch up on all
depressing
these
when he's
bills. And
talking.
I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
There we go. All right. There we go. I want to give some lead because we're going to have to load this into Premiere at some point when this is all done. Well, and I believe that's kind of where we're headed on this, to be frank. I can be Frank, or I could be Guy. One of the two. You never know. Anything will work. But no, I think
Frank has green hair. Guy has gray hair.
that's how you know. But sometimes, for Halloween, I'll just cosplay as Frank.
Yeah.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills. And I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
There we go.
I'm going to take that you guys did the audio yourselves.
Come on. How would you say that? That guy
Because
doesn't
that's
sound
your
anything
voice.
like me.
That's your voice.
What are you implying? That's awesome. All right.
I'm implying that I've talked to you long enough to know when it's actually your voice.
Right. Okay, we're going to fix some pieces on her now and get this right. This the right way. Right pupil plus mouth is all good. And the hand doesn't need to be that way. And this is forearm. Yep. And this is shoulder. There we go. I am probably completely and totally borking. Look at her mouth. Bleh. I'm probably borking the heck out of this. back into here. Now we can probably bring her in as normal. Now we can probably just import her because apparently that's what we're going to do. Okay. She should live there. There we go.
Wrong.
So what do you think of my kitchen, though?
Looks nice.
I'm very proud of it. Thank you. Thank you, my dear friend Ghost Hand. Thank you very much. It's like it feels like mid 2000 era animation, which is just fine by me. Okay. That's what I want to do is transform. Right here. Low enough that it makes sense. The scene. Oh, why, thank you. Thank you. I'm actually pretty proud of the painting there. I'm like, I love that kitchen. It just looks nice and it's very pretty. And I did it in like 2 hours while watching an unlimited number of episodes of SG7 or SG1 Stargate.
Gotcha.
Which, totally was the thing. Okay, let's turn on our dragger. So I need to get eye gaze locked to the dragger. The next thing I need to do is this and that. And then let's see if this works. Timeline.
It's time to take a quick break.
Oh, it did it. Oh my God. This could be awesome.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
Maybe we should call Nate and see what he suggests. He said we can call him anytime. There has to be some sort of program or something.
There we go. It lined them both up, and it did them perfectly. I am so excited. I spent all night last night with everything going wrong with Character Animator. Anything it could, did. It just went way awry. And boy, I didn't think I could get darker, but look at this. I'm like totally red. I think my camera's really mad. Okay, guys, time for us to stand up and stretch. Oh, yeah. Hi, George, you little pest. We should all stand up. Oh, stretch. Oh, sideways. Oh, sideways. Sideways. George ran away. George! Come on. Come join the show. You should come join the show. It'd be fun. You'll like it. They like you. Do you know that you're predictable? I found George. Who normally
found George.
Look outside, isn't that cool? He's like, you tricked me. And George is all about the water from the sink. This is his thing. Right?
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
There we go. Hard to see him because my camera has decided to not accept that for reasons that are unclear. So there you go. This is George, who sometimes is George in our sometimes George thing. George is the noble cat who actually is kind of fond of being right here. And he's like, he actually looks somewhat happy. And content. He's purring. Little goofball. Anyway. Now he's looking at the speaker like, well, that's a sick cat. Gonna throw up soon. I can tell.
That's pretty much.
You're gonna throw up, huh? You're gonna throw up. You know that cat's gonna throw up. You can tell. What I've been trying to train George to do is kind of hang out like this.
Well, he's already gripping your face.
Yeah, but he doesn't put out his claws, which is good because he's got 7 of them on each paw. So
yeah,
it hurts when he decides to put out his claws, and he doesn't quite grasp what this one does. So he sometimes hooks things, and he doesn't mean to. You don't mean to, do you? You don't. You don't. You really don't. You're a floof, you know that? You're just like a good floof. He's a good cat. Okay, I'll put you right here. And you can stay. All right, back to work, slaves. We've almost got everything going here. We're doing well. Somebody texted me.
They're like, take that strange guy off your show. More George, less other guy.
Right? Ghost Hand's like, you could have a whole show of George. George show. It's the George show. Wow. All right. So here are the things that we have learned. Character Animator does an awesome job of reading pieces like this and then knowing which puppet needs to speak if you select the record button for the correct puppet.
Yeah.
So I may have to turn off my camera from OBS in order for it to work over here. So I'm going to try to figure out what I'm doing here because I need control of the camera in order to record the animation. So here's what we're going to do. First things first, I'm going to set my settings away from OBS, and I'm going to set it for the Logitech webcam. It is in use by another application. I'm going to stop the virtual camera. Bye, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Work. All right, we got one camera back. Uh-oh. We got that camera back. Okay. But I think you're on my camera. No, line in, still line in. Perfect. Never mind. You can still hear me perfectly as long as this happens. So I'm going to turn the live camera. I'm actually not. I'm going to share my screen. And that way, we don't have to worry about this. Share. You've become small. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean we don't love you, Pepper. But we want to see if this works. You're like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
My feelings aren't hurt.
A lot.
Much.
Okay, I'm going to switch to this camera. I'm much closer now. And that should allow me
Hey,
to...
your color fixed.
Right? That's because I'm now going to turn on the camera. Selected camera is unavailable. It is not unavailable. I need to figure out how to select my camera over here. How do I do that? You. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. We're now doing the thing that we had before. Rocking. The problem we have is when the ship starts to sink. And yeah, we're sinking. What are you sinking about? Okay. I'm actually going to turn that off, and I'm going to make him in control now. So now I can reset the pose. All right. And if this works properly, he blinks properly. Ow. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay, we got the blink under control. Problem is, boy, he's good at this. Look at that. This is kind of fun. Okay, let's fix our puppet. Let's get our puppet fixed up. Because he's got issues. Okay, we're going to turn on the
He got
body.
some head bobbing issues. That's what
Okay,
he
we're going
got.
to pin down here. And do this so that he will move from his waist. The pin will be here. All right, this is a fixed point. So let's go back here. And let's, no, I still can make him disconnect his head. Wow. Okay, I'm way too easily entertained by this. I'm just saying. Puppet still needs to be fixed. Let's go to his head. And we'll pin him here. It's a fixed point in his neck. On the rig. Let's see if that fixed anything. It still didn't. I'm still having problems. This is what was killing me last night, was trying to get the rigging correct. So we have a rig on the body. It should be there. That's fixed. Now we need to get the IK chains to work correctly. For those of you who are not familiar with the terms I'm using, an IK chain is an inverse kinetic. And that means the things that are connected to each other. So, I mean, we could probably just run this fine from here. And as long as I don't move much, it could be okay, right? Because all I'd have to do...
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills. And I really...
So, I mean, like, I can... If I hit record at this point in time, I can record his head movements as long as they don't move off of his center. I can do things like this and, you know, do things like that. But I want to get the body to adjust properly. So let's go ahead and check our IK chains. Right, so these are the handles. So we need to make sure that IK chain doesn't move. I'm going to, I could spend forever doing this, or we can go on ahead and just look it up. So that's what we're going to do. How to use Character Animator by a video. skeletons and inverse kinematics. This is not the right thing. No. This is a different program. It's not even Character Animator.
It's always interesting because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I apparently have a neighbor who's doing business on the balcony.
Ooh, what?
I have a neighbor that's doing sounds like business on the balcony.
Oh,
Everyone's working from home.
yep. When you say business, and the 12-year-old in me thinks he's pooping on his balcony. You know,
No,
because we're all 12. We're all 12.
No, guy, no. And before you ask, there's no balls involved.
We're just saying. Just saying. I hate that people will not just write instructions. They have to make a little video. I get it. I mean, it does totally make sense. But the problem I've got is
Sorry, stretching my back.
I'm already broadcasting. I can't broadcast somebody else's broadcast.
Yeah.
I want to turn on joint distortion. That's what I want. I want joint distortion. What am I doing here? Is it magnet? Maybe it's a magnet. Okay. Are you not dynamic? I guess you're not dynamic. Oh, man. Sometimes this stuff is just like, ugh. Yeah. How to make a jointed puppet for animation. If you're taking the segments by X-Acto knife, then that's probably not this program that we're talking about. I'm just saying. Character Animator rigging. How to rig a puppet video. Okay, there we go. Somebody has a thing. Okay. Set for eyes. The eyes work. Yay, project panel. Okay, Here's the mesh. You want to set the head properly, eyes properly. Okay, good. We did all that. We're good. The pin tool. Okay, we've got the pin. We've pinned him down at his waist because we don't want him moving. The difference between the pen tool and the staple tool. Well, that's the staple tool. You are the staple tool. We need to staple things to each other. That's you. I get it now. Staple. Go to head and staple. Bork. Staple. We have stapled it. Okay. That's the tool I needed to know. That didn't work. It's not stapled. Okay, back to here. Okay. After using the dragger tool, I went to the properties panel and attached the stylum arms to the weld. Okay, attach stylum hinge. Okay. So we are looking for the head and its attached style, not blending mode. Is XY. Damn, all these things. Attached to character, attach style. Click it on hinge. There. Glad you guys made this simple. Still not attached. Still not attached. Okay. That's the dragger mouse. I don't want the dragger tool. It said staple. Handle tool, add a puppet handle. Add lines to specify the puppet mesh shouldn't bend. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Fixed handle to restrict warping. Handle can be controlled by a mouse or a touch. So this one does need to be welded. Okay. Part of our problem is that. Maybe? Nope, still an issue. We had the animation completely done, except for the fact that I spent literally 30 minutes trying to figure out just how to get it to attach itself. Okay. Some of this just isn't intuitive.
Looks like it.
Well, I did it. Oh no. Look at all the things I'm clicking. Oh, so when you make it independent, I get it. Well, is it still connected? Nah. I like how it like opens its mouth and goes, no. I'm easily entertained. No. Okay, I shouldn't be having this much fun. This is due in like 2 hours. Okay. We need to Attach him to body is what we really need. Right? It is kind and somewhat slightly disconcerting. I also feel like it's like just sitting there and it's like all happy, and then his head just kind of wanders off. Okay. There is no staple tool. Okay. Oh, well, that's part of our problem right there. There's your problem right there. There is supposed to be a tool right here, and there isn't. Well, that's not good. Because I just watched the short little video there, and there's supposed to be a staple tool literally right here. It shows all of the other tools, but it does not show a staple tool. Huh.
Is there one in, if you go to like view options, can you find it there?
I mean, if you look, there's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tools here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Literally doesn't have the staple or the tool I need. Okay, where's the staple tool? What happened to the staple tool?
I got a red stapler. Would that help?
Maybe. Missing staple tool. In my program version, I don't have the staple tool. How can I connect a hand to the body? You do it a different way now. You nest the layer you want to attach in the layer hierarchy, then set attach to auto, and use the origin handle to drag over the attach point to the parent layer. Holy crap. What? So this needs to be a subgroup of the body? That doesn't work. Now everything's underneath it. Okay, then what? Attach to auto, head, attach to auto. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. The head is inside the... left arm, biceps, forehead, head. It's not properly connected for one. Well, that's nice. It's supposed to turn green. That's correct.
Starting to think that maybe I should just go get Vampire Killer. And stop at page 4. instead of trying going to the full 8.
I think I'm going the wrong direction on this, folks. Let's see if that worked. Nope. Still having a problem. Dang it. It says to put it in the hierarchy. Okay, I get that. But I'm having a problem with the hierarchy. Like, I'm really having a problem with this. Because it says to put this all in the character hierarchy, and location is important. But with the last scene struggling with the first one, it's 90% done with an error that has cost me an hour. That's Nate saying, "Where are you? What's your status?" Because he needs this animation right away. So I thought so too. Actually, it looks like they've redone it. It used to be the staple tool. They pulled the staple tool out, and now you have to put them all in subfolders. Except if I put the head in the body's subfolder like this, then the neck is on top of the head, which is not what we want. And I can't imagine that that was the battle plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that that was the concept that they were after here. But we've got left arm, biceps, forehand, hand in layer order there, but the head is underneath the left arm layer, which is what it should be. And the body is underneath that layer. So I can't imagine that that's where they were after on this. It seems out of position.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what the story is here. It be done by lunch. He's like, yikes. And I'm like, it'll be done today. I just not sure it'll be done by lunch. That's the problem. They made a change to the process that has me stumped. I can't get these two to stick together. So this says that the chain is connected. See how it's got this green line?
Mm-hmm.
The green line says that it's connected. Don't add a draggable. It says that it's connected. But when we go to the scene, it's not connected. So I'm trying to figure out what the story is here. Maybe that. Maybe I just needed to do that one thing. Wouldn't that be silly? Nope.
That would be funny.
It didn't work. We just thought it would. Arr, 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 arr. Okay. So it turns out that they have removed the staple tool this year and replaced it with this entirely new IK chain thing, programming. And so you have to do this the right way, and I am having a major issue with this. Yeah, it looks like people are not liking this new version of it anyway.
Hmm.
You nest the layer you want to attach in the layer hierarchy. Then set attach to auto, okay, and use the origin handle, dotted line circle, okay, to drag over the attach point of the parent layer. So I can move this to the right spot, like here, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
This recent thread happens to have some screenshots that might help, but there are a lot of tutorials and videos. Use nesting plus attach to. Okay. Draggable. Maybe. No. Magnet? No. We need to set the body for dynamic, though. Attach style weld. Maybe that needs to be here too. Maybe that's the problem? I don't know. No. It's not. What do we do? I mean, really, honestly, I could just record this as it stands and let it go and then just be very careful not to move my head very much. But I really liked the way that the other scene allowed her to deform and deflect a little, because then I could bob his head, move him around a little and stuff like that. And it wouldn't be, it gives a little bit more life to the animation because I get some stretch and I get some. So there's something else we're not doing.
Bobbing along, singing a song on the beautiful briny sea.
Right? Maybe dangle? Well, that didn't help. This is even worse. I'm just saying, when I haunt you in your dreams, my wife. Anyway, okay, that didn't work. I clearly have just made this worse. So let's take off dangle.
Yep.
That didn't help. Okay, so it's the transform that's the problem. It does need to be locked down, though, doesn't it? Maybe. I feel like no matter what I'm doing here, it's just kind of difficult. Okay. Using the puppet panel, open the puppets for rigging. Let's see what it says. Double click the puppet in the project panel. Okay, there we go. Double click the puppet's layer in the left sidebar of the puppet panel. So we want head. We double clicked it. Double click the puppet's track item or track header on the left side in the timeline panel. I don't have the timeline panel up now. You people told me to double click the puppet. Puppet opens the puppet panel. Okay, whatever. I'll just put it in the puppet panel. The panel shows the layer structure on the left and the appearance of the layers and the associated handles on the right. Yep. Along the bottom of the panel are commands and tools for working with layers and the handles. Right? The properties panel also has settings for selected layer. This is putting an arm on here, but it should be the same theory. With the puppet panel focus, press. I don't want to close. Okay. Change the background color in the puppet panel. Okay, this is not really. That's fine now. Don't worry about that. That's it. Identifying rigging issues. View rigging issues. Oh, we have a warning. Handle tagged as neck is not being used by any of the behaviors. Okay, well, let's start from a fresh, no rigging issues problem. Okay.
Just want to say it's all the husband's fault.
You're just going to blame Bill? Random. You're going to blame Bill or you're going to blame him?
I'm blaming him.
Yeah, I don't even have a name for him. I know he's got a name. But I can't think of it. Okay, working with layers, puppet layers.
You know what? If he has a name, I think it would be Harry.
There we go. His name's Harry now. Oh, golly, guys. It's like this was easy before, but we've decided to overcomplicate it. So it's really hard now to do the one thing. Oh, God. Oh, clipping masks. We need that. Right. Go to Puppet. Create clipping mask. Right. Edit my clipping mask now that I've made this clipping mask. Or is this just one of those things? Okay. Well, hope that works. Hope you know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about, so don't take my advice.
Right. It's like it just generates it, and it's like, okay, we're good. Hope that's good enough for you. Because I can move the eye, but I can't deal with the clipping mask. It's just overcomplicated now. It was so easy before. And then they were like, oh, it was too easy. You guys it was too easy. So now we're going to have to fix it so that it's really hard now. But we gave you like two things you can do. Hope the clipping mask works because I can't seem to control it. So there's that. Okay. meshes, attachments, and handles. When you select a layer in the puppet panel, that'd be you, or my layer in the puppet panel, a yellow outline appears for the mesh. The yellow outline represents the mesh identified with the layers with a vertical yellow line in a layer list along with the mesh shape and mesh expansion settings. The outline helps you confirm that a mesh is the shape you want and not an unexpected shape to a non-overlapping layer. Okay, that's fine. It looks good. Mesh shape, whatever. Island. Connect each island, okay, whatever. Expansion. Handle fixtures of behavior. Okay. Auto attachment of independent groups. Yikes. In the puppet panel, select the independent group. In the properties panel, attach to auto. We got it. Auto is the adjust the position of the group so it overlaps the parent's group's mesh. Then move the group's origin handle to where you want the group to attach to the parent. Okay, let's talk about this because this says head. We'll want it to be there. Okay. Now, move the group's origin handle to the position where you want the group to attach to the parent. And we did that. That's this guy. He needs to go there. We're good. The group automatically attaches to the parent group. No, it didn't. I swear, it's like they just want to make this difficult. Hinge, maybe? Maybe hinge? Maybe hinge. Nope. Still unhinged. I literally have spent an hour on this. And I've read all of these things.
And you're becoming unhinged.
I'm becoming unhinged. Well, in theory, if I can finish this, lunch is on Nate, which would be nice. But
Really?
I can't finish it, so we're not going to get lunch. And that's kind of a bummer, and I'm annoyed. And not only that, he's annoyed, which doesn't help any because you never want your clients to be annoyed. So we are literally at, we just need this one thing. Parent group overlaps parent mesh. It does. Dragging over parent mesh. Okay. Dragging away from parent mesh. Is it not over the parent mesh? Is that what the problem is? It thinks that it's in a different location? No,
Possibly.
it's in the right spot. You don't need to be anywhere because you can just universe here. We can unlink that and still disconnected. This is so frustrating. We need one thing. That's it. That's all we need is one thing. Just need this one thing. Well, we don't. We've actually got to, once we figure out what this one thing is, the other puppet needs to be fixed too. She needs to be secured as well, because right now when she's under her normal control, fine. It did not help me any. It really did not. I'm watching these videos now because I finally just gotten to the point where it's like they just made it so weird. Triggers behavior trigger panel. Click in the trigger column. I'll create a trigger. Oh no. We're triggered. Okay. Right link. Okay, right eye. You'd think they just have normal triggers, right? Oh gosh, this is so aggravating. Hey, Brent. Welcome to Frustration Land. We are trying to rig this animation. And what's happening is his head won't attach. You can see. I have his head rigged properly to respond to my face and to like my expressions, but I can't seem to rig him to like keep his head attached. His head likes to come off. And so we're trying to get that to work. Should be a simple thing. There used to be a tool that was really nice that was right here where I would staple this and staple that and it'd be stuck together forever. They've taken it out in favor of reorganizing everything and calling in your grandmother and then, you know, typing in her social security number 17 times backwards because that was simpler in their view. And I haven't quite figured that one out. But I need to finish this animation by noon, and it's 10:51. And so I'm feeling like I'm not making it to lunch today because of this one problem. And I'm kind of aggravated by this because I've done a lot of work in here. And it's aggravating that this is the last step, the very last step on this, and it'll be done. But you can see the scene looks nice. The kitchen looks pretty. I've got both of the characters set up here. I've got her set up here, him set up here, and all I need to do is make it not do this. This is disconcerting. And I don't know what I need to do for this. I'm going to check to see if that did the thing. No, it didn't do the thing. So even doing it backwards, that's not the answer. Yeah, right. Just a ghost.
That's why he can't get ahead or a job.
Ah, this is how you got to be not my friend anymore.
Are you talking about me? Aw.
Check it. Blink, 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 blink. If you think you're going to have a problem, blink once or twice. Okay, I have control of his blinking. I do not have, control of anything else, but I've got control of his blink, which that's a plus. So, how do I gain control of the pupils so that they're on a drag? I don't want the pupils to be on a drag or on the. Okay. We're going to left pupil layer. Control motion trigger. Modifiers draggable. Right pupil. Modifiers draggable. Okay. And let's see if I can control it. I got one of them. Hey. I'm sorry, hon. I'm a little drunk.
It's okay. I drink wine at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Although, look at that. I mean, it is actually... it did figure out the space. Like, it knows where... Oh, hey, I can make him cross-eyed. There we go. Maybe I'm crazy.
Oh, you are.
We're getting there. I mean, I'm getting slow control over this guy. So, draggable... I wonder if I can make a draggable controller so that it is one controller instead of two controllers. So right pupil, left pupil. Should be nice if I could handles. Like, can I get these guys linked together, please? Nope. That's nice. There we go. Draggable. Dragger. Limit range. Target handles. Place after move. Fine. Return duration. Okay. Right? So one dragger maybe? Yeah, there we go. I mean, I gotta like mess with them, but oh, hey. Hey, you actually understand stuff. Something you're... Where are you getting this information from? That's not bad.
The snowblower.
Yeah, I guess. I've got both of them under control now, and I can blink. They're just cockeyed. But I can blink them now, and I can look, and I've got mouse control now below. Just don't know why they look like that. We're getting closer. Much closer. Maybe I should just take the left. Oh, I bet you the right pupil's also still got that other controller on it. That's a behavior that needs to go away. So remove behavior. Okay, that's probably it right there. Yep, there we go. technically I could probably do this now without it. I have control of the blink. I have control of his eyes to some degree. So he can look down at the papers and look worried. And he can look over at her when she talks. And down at the papers again. Okay, I've got puppet control. The only thing that's missing now is I need to get the body linked together, and I need to get his eyes to stop blinking with my eyes. We're getting closer, much closer to control on this. All right. You and you under control. There we go. Those are draggable. And we want them to no longer be under control of... Okay. So we want this to no longer be in face control. Under camera controls. We do want mesh expansion, so where do I get controls of this mesh expansion? Maybe that's it? No, it's not it. I still am. My body is wandering away. I ain't got no body. And his eyes are still cockeyed. What's the story with the eyes? Variable motion lines. Okay. Let's go to head. Mesh shape contour. Connect each island to the nearest. Mesh expansion of that. Maybe. Style hinge. Hide other groups when triggered. No. Attach to. Character. Should already know that. But, that's fine. And we should be fine there. Ugh, this is so frustrating. Still not connected. I do still have eyes, and I still got the control over the eyes. And really, honestly, I'm kind of still frustrated with the fact that the camera controls aren't really working like I want it to. So, what you doing, honey? What you doing? You kind of worried about the fact that, I have no body? It's okay. Actually, I think my body is under relative control, you think. So what you doing? Huh? Okay, puppet control is still fun. Even if I can't get this thing to connect. Puppet control is awesome. You know what? It occurs to me that Ren is properly puppeted. So, I could take a look at how she's rigged, because she's properly rigged.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Everything is under the head. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's our problem. Because we have the body not under the head. But suppose we were to take the body and move it here. That totally didn't do anything. Okay, there. Maybe. Okay, so I can't actually move it in the right spot. I'm going to be very aggravated if after all of this, I really should have just, done this thing. Maybe there. Okay. I feel like maybe by George. By George, he may have. Where are you, George? That's the problem. I don't have George. In general, it's usually George that I need. That's the problem. Maybe I can't put it under anything but face background. Didn't work. Okay, so is this because we should turn you to auto and then turn you to auto maybe? This is so weird. Okay, looking at Ren, everything in Ren is underneath this head unit. Including her upper body, which is clearly a different unit. Oh, because there's her face. There's her body. Oh, that might be our rigging problem there. So let's go back to dude. And let's add we add a layer. Now we can add a trigger. Add a trigger. Up it, add layer. Edit, add layer. Or is this all? No, you can only do this after you go to frickin'. We're going to keep broadcasting unless you've got something better to do. If you need to go, Pepper, give me a holler. I know you're lying.
I will. I'm just drawing. I'm getting frustrated with myself.
Well,
I'm almost done with the pencils on page 6.
You were frustrated with Doofus or with them. Okay, off we go over to here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at our layer structure here. As what I think needs to happen is I think we need to close all these things so I can see anything. I feel like this is clear as mud. I think what really needs to happen here is this guy needs to go here. And I'll bet you that will have fixed all of our problems. So, one singular sensation, layer check. Yeah. Well, now his eye has moved. Why do you do that? Except to make me really annoyed. Okay, we're getting better. Well, he's now back there. This is how you move it. So we're getting better. Now the chair is mobile, but he's not. At least his head is no longer coming loose from the thing. His eyes still move. And he can look at the papers and he can worry. And he can look at her. And he blinks when I blink. That's good. Papers, us, papers, us. Okay, good. We've solved one problem. We've done another, but we've solved one. I'm going to take this. Now I'm going to pin. This is important. Pin. That's a fixed point. Let's see if that fixes that problem. No, because we still rotate. There's that. Okay, body doesn't move. Body also doesn't move. Okay. I don't know what that is. Better? No. Where's the rotating? Okay. I know that there's a way to pin these. That's what they were saying, was pin them down. How many of these do we need? I don't know. But all of you people need to not move. You're still moving. It's so weird. It's like, what you need to do is pin, and it will never move again. Still moves. Oh, did we say pin? We meant pen. Okay, people. Remarkably frustrating. Okay. Auto weld, mesh shape, contour. And the head looks like it's correctly pinned now, which is nice. That helps. Damn it. What the heck is going on here? This is so frustrating.
I think the computer's doing it to you on purpose.
I think so too. Because I was doing fine until now, and now I'm not doing fine. I mean, technically speaking, we could probably just still run it just fine. I just feel aggravated that I should be able to pin that, but I can't. You know what they say. That's what they say right there. That's what they say. I'm just.
Yeah. Sounds legit.
Right?
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills.
Yeah, but I can't get it.
Only if I could finish my character animation. Maybe I can pay my bills then.
You'd think. Well, now it looks like it's like happy to not be messing with my controllers. Okay. The handle tool. All right. What if I put the dangle tool on here? Doesn't that just sound funny?
I'm sorry, you have a dingleberry tool?
I do. It no longer likes my camera control. There we go. Still not working. I'm still a space cadet. Not like we didn't know that. But I was hoping that I could get more of a dangle off of this, but apparently I can't. Don't bend. Do a dangle. Dingle, dingle, dingle. No bending, but definitely still rotating. Okay, we're not going anywhere. We're still working this one problem. Maybe this is as simple as you need to pin the body. Right? Well, it was closer, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Because this one's talking about staples, but it also said, give us more. Right, she's swaying. Okay, yeah, gotcha. So we'll go into the rig, click the body, staple pin, pin her feet. Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one. That was a tough page.
Wait. Let me go kill my cat. But, no buts. This is not George's spot. I know, it's not George's spot, though. Yeah, I know, but you're trying to get into a George spot, which is not George's spot. No George is allowed. You know that, right? You understand the principle of no George is allowed, right? Little goofball. I get a George break.
I think I'm gonna sign off now.
Think so?
Yeah.
What?
I need to like, it's not anything against like the show or anything. It's just I'm like,
Yes.
I need to do something.
You're being cagey. You could just leave. Although it is funny because, I'm getting I love you,
Well,
George.
no, it's my back is actually starting to like seize.
It is actually fine, Pepper. You can. I mean, it's
All right.
okay. You can just bow out. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, I'll
See you tomorrow
later.
for Watercolor Wednesday.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, now it's just Me and you guys. And I'm not even really 100% sure that I've still got Ghost. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the pen, go to the body, and we're going to pin and pin. Go to scene 1. I'm doing everything that they do there. There is no refresh function. Where is the refresh function? She was pushing the refresh button. This is extraordinarily frustrating. I'm noticing I'm getting distortion on the mesh, which means that something's working. But I can't seem to, well, I guess this is it. Well, she hit that button and it locked the feet down. In the video, she was swaying like we've got going here. Okay, no problem. She goes into the rig, body, pins the foot, pins the other foot, goes back to the record side, hits the refresh, and it locks down. So I did exactly what she did in this video. Exactly. This is remarkably frustrating. Because these are supposed to be pinning the stupid thing down. I don't know how many of these I need to do. Go back here. We'll prepare the scene. And it's still bending. Or not bending, as the case may be. Look at how much twist I get on his chin now. We're still not getting... We're still floating. See you later, Ghost Hand. I'll see you tomorrow if you want to join us for Watercolor Wednesday, or I'll see you next time. And maybe I should go too and then at least free up the control of this camera. I've got this camera running, but I probably should free up the control of this camera. It's kind of cool. I don't think there's another kind of pin. Let's look. Because what we've got done here in control here is a handle tool for adding a handle. So like that's for grabbing and moving. Stick tool says that this will not bend. Pin tool, fix handles to restrict warping. Dragger tool, that allows me to have a handle for controlling. And then a dangle tool, which allows it to sway. Because I know that I set up in here something where I set up the fixed points for the dragger tool for this guy. There actually is a lock in here somewhere, but I think I might have lost him. Wonder if I have. Yeah, okay, so here's this guy. And really, honestly, I think he should just go away because he's not helping us any. Okay, sides. He was apparently connected to the wrong part of the body, which doesn't help us any at all. So let's go back. No. Reset the scene. Still no. Okay, then we go over here and we say, character animator. Pen tool not working. Pinning feet does not work. Yep. Untag the origin? Oh my God. Pinning fixed handles. Pin the handle relative to the origin handle. Okay, let's go back to dude and look at his origin handle. Character. That's part of our problem. That might be it right there. Still not the problem, not solved, but we're better. The body then is fixed relative to the origin handle. No. Well, maybe I should re-prepare the scene, but no, still not working. It will bring fixed handles along with it. The fix is usually to untag the origin and instead tag a regular handle. What the hell? I just happened to look under behaviors and saw handle fixer. Oh, it has nothing to do with that. My origin tag on the head layer was a little low. By moving it up higher, it keeps the feet more still. Knowing that the fixed handles are relative to the origin helped. I feel like they're trying to make this complicated. It's like it made sense, and so they can't have that, so they have to fix it so it no longer makes sense. Pins the handle. Relative to the origin. So if I put the origin down here, it'll fix these guys relative to the origin. It'll add new ones too. The origin is here. Maybe the origin here. Nope, we're still all over the place. Okay. It still has, that's kind of cool. Okay, relative to the origin handle. I don't even know what the... Okay, so here's the character's origin handle. What if I put it there? No, we rock based on that. What if we put the origin handle here? Nope, didn't do anything. Although it does look like I'm hardcore pivoting based on that, which, you know, is a thing. What if I pinned on character instead of pin? I can't. All right, so character has no... Got a lot of pins going in there. Man, this is difficult. No. Oh, God. We spent an hour trying to get the head to connect to the body. Now the head connects to the body, and we're going to spend another hour just trying to get the bottom of this thing to stop moving. Right? I'll just get the stapler and just booga, 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 booga. Right there. That'll work. I'm frustrated because it seems like this should be, so much of this is intuitive, and then some of it, which is critical, is counterintuitive. And that, I guess that just describes Adobe in its entirety. Okay, let's look at Rin again. How is she rigged? Her upper body's origin is right there. The body's origin is where? I don't even see the body's origin point. Because it doesn't have an origin point. The body's not locked down? Huh. That'd be weird. Would not have expected that. And it still didn't cure my problem. Let's re-prepare the scene. Nope, still didn't fix the problem. Okay, so she only has her. Why is her nose individual? Allow me to wiggle her nose, I guess. I don't know. So this puppet was a puppet that I took and erased the puppet and then redrew the puppet on top of it. So the rigging is exactly the same as the original character animator puppet. That's what we're kind of working with here. So this one's already rigged properly. And she turns out really cool on all kinds of interesting things. Does great. Love it. It's fun. But I've got to figure out what's going on to make this work. Right? That ends up being in this own little folder called upper body. I kind of wonder if maybe I need to just do that. Make this exactly the same.
Call from an unknown
970. That's at least here. Hello. Thank you for choosing to be hung up on and blocked. Marriott Hotels calls me again. I don't know what it is with Marriott. Why Marriott? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Because we can't do the structure stuff here. We have to do the structure stuff over here. Don't ask me. I don't know. So we're going to add a group, and we're going to call this upper body. And then we're just going to put you and you in here. And then we'll save it. And that way, at least its structure will be identical to Ren. Maybe. So we're going to update. And then the upper body here is structured the same way as Ren. Right? So there's the only thing that's different here is that Ren has hair in the back, which he doesn't, and there's no need for him to. And I don't know if that will change everything. It didn't. But we'll reload the character in the scene. We're a little bit better because it looks like his legs are not moving, so that's a plus. Looks like the origin point here is still working to some degree. So we will go into the body, and we will tag here and here relative to this origin point and put the origin point there. Nope, we're still not working right. That's So I know how to fix this. Here's what we're going to do. We need to do this really anyway, because this becomes plus body layer 1, apparently, plus body layer 1. And this becomes chair. And then we're going to take chair and move it out. Getting Photoshop to do anything underneath the bottom layer is impossible. Well. And of course, layer control must be done from here. It can't be done from anywhere else. Oh, okay. I'll do this. We'll go into chair real quick and very quickly fix this problem this way. Thanks. Did you know that you can use the brush tool to draw things? Really? Thank you, Photoshop. You're an amazing program, full of amazing things. Do-do-do. I sort of had a feeling that this was going to be a problem anyway, because when I do this, here we go. There. Save. Yeah, I know, like, totally. Thanks, Photoshop. You're so useful. Hey, the eye is screwed up again. I don't know why, but the rest of it's working, sort of. It's almost like every time I go in here, the eye has to move. And I don't get that one. I don't know what it thinks is going hand in here and everything. But there we go. We'll move it back into its right spot. And now, we can get back in here. And he moves a little too much this way, and I don't like that necessarily, but we're closer. We are much, much closer. That's probably the way this puppet should have been done in the first place. Okay, let's get the body. Why are you independent? You shouldn't be independent. The body, we will pin you down. Pin you down. Work. To the origin, which will be there. Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, that's good enough that at least he's not, totally borked. Still doesn't, it's not flexible. The mesh is not flexible. And I don't know why the mesh is not flexible, but let's just go fix that one now. Yeah. What is it doing? I saw it squish. It did a squish. It squished. Okay. I need to figure out. Certainly. Oh, God. There's a number. I have not set my squish for exactly 2.7398619. Oh, God. No wonder we're having a problem. Oh, that's Blender. That won't help me at all. I need character animator, guys. We're getting much, much, much closer. I mean, if I could just get... Because the cool thing is, when it works really well. I'll show you, because I showed this to the other guys. This is the other scene. There's two scenes here, right? And this is the end scene, and it looks really great.
Don't lose the equity in your home because you didn't ask. Call today, and we will help find the right solution for you.
Right? Looks gorgeous. Absolutely perfect. She's pinned right here of some sort. So when I look at this model, something is pinning down this side of her model. I don't know why it understands that. So we've got contour, nearest. Let's look at that. Normal, contour, nearest, weld, mesh island. I don't even understand half these commands, of course. Her origin isn't set too low. Her origin's set right there. And she still moves just right. Nothing's set, nothing's rigged. There's her upper body is all attached. This is why I'm like, I don't get it. None of this makes any sense. I can't get that bend. That I'm seeing. She seems to be rigged really well. He seems to be rigged the same way. We'll check to make sure she's at 0, contour nearest. Okay. For the upper body, 0, contour nearest, pass through auto, attach to auto. Okay. So what is he doing that she's not? Something changed, pass through auto, contour nearest. Pass through. Auto, contour nearest. Why is he not working right? Still, I can do this. I shouldn't be able to do that. And this shouldn't be happening. Because that's going to be an issue. I need him to be squishy. I feel like I've been just this forever here. Physics. Dangle. Better? Maybe? We may have a thing. Look at this. Squishiness. Okay. What's Rin? What's she look like here on the mesh? We take a look at her under her physics. Her dangle. There's 10 dangle handles. Okay, no problem. But stiffness is 156. No damping. No. What's her collision look like? We may be onto something here. Yeah, he did kind of look like ET for a minute, didn't he? Okay. Let's match dude to her. Physics, gravity strength, 15%. Okay. Gravity direction, 180 degrees, bark. Just saying. Handles 1, that's fine. This is 0. 156. 0. Getting okay, damping, dangle handles 1, squash 0. Okay, collision. Immediately contour. 130, 20, return strength. Okay, transform. And let's look at Ren's transform. Scale 55 doesn't matter. Rotation doesn't change anything. Okay. I did like the raised squashiness. It didn't help a lot, but it helped a little. It keeps saving versions. Thanks, but I'm good. No wind. Handle fixer. Target handles. Oh, we're all on Ren. That's why we're not getting anywhere. That's why nothing's changing. Okay. Well, this is better. At least. It doesn't feel like he's about, I don't know. At least he's not like wandering off. That's useful. I think he understands the gravity of the situation. He still can tilt way out of line. But I might be able to just at least control it long enough for the... We don't have any layers that are like that. Okay. Rin, I messed with completely, so now she's completely screwed up. So she doesn't have any mesh expansion. Eye gaze. Let's fix the eye gaze on this because dude doesn't need that either. Camera strength 0. Your eye gaze isn't helping because I really want to just control the eyes from here. Problem is he's twitching so much. So let's go back to dude. And we'll turn on that's probably useful. Better. Now we've smoothed that down a little bit. I feel like we've got kind of a little bit of a I feel like we've got kind of a, I don't know, some kind of weird control going on here. Move eyebrows together. Oh, good. I can do this now. That's useful. Anyway, okay. Now he can be like Spock. Are you sure you're trying to do this correctly? It's like playing drums. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm done. Home to tilt screen with parallax strength. I still feel like the origin point is still pivoting through here, right? Because it's pivoting through there. So let's go take a look and see if we can't make his origin point here, right? Like, would that work? Is that the simple answer to this? No. Let's go back and check the head. It's like the origin point of the head could also be like, I don't think it'd be here. Oh. Hey, behold us connecting, crap. Well, better. This is definitely better. We've got it sort of all pivoting from one spot now, which is useful. Not perfect at all, but better. Okay, what happens if we take this and then pin and pin like that? What happens then? Huh? It's still not deforming the mesh like I want it to. It should deform the mesh. I forgot to refresh it. I mean, I don't think that's going to change anything. I feel like this newest version gets it. Can I just stream live? Okay, well, that's silly. But see, I mean, if you look at the mesh, there's no deformation on the mesh. It's not deforming. So I'm kind of doing but that's fine. However, we're not deforming the mesh at all. The mesh is not changing, and that's my problem. Right? Let's go back to my dude. Show the mesh. It's a fixed point. It's changing the mesh. That's fascinating. So the mesh is changing. It understands that that's what you're supposed to do. But you can see the mesh is just moving as a unit. I need it to stop moving as a unit. I need it to tie in. And I'm afraid to answer my question on this by moving the chair in here. Because if I move the chair in here, like this, I'm going to regret this. I knew it. Still not moving. Let's go back and inspect Rin. So she's got fixed points all along the bottom here. She's tied in, no problem. I get that. That makes sense. Not unlike what we've got going on here. Her origin is still here, though. And the way that her origin points are set up there, I really don't feel like those are important or anything like that. I mean, like there's no rhyme or reason to it. So maybe I'll move his origin point. There. Maybe. Here. Okay, at least that's where the pivot is. Okay, good. Well, we've at least identified the pivot. That's you. You need to be all the way down here. Because that's where you need to be. That's just where you need to be. Okay, not a problem. Because now you only pivot from this point here. That's probably good enough to do this. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least he's not like, being really strange. And I can still control, like he's looking down here. He's looking over here. I think you're controlling the blink too much. I need the blink to not be controlled. But he can do both eyebrows now and one eyebrow. So, okay, good. We've got one thing going for us. I can't get him to sit perfectly, but at least he's still kind of increasing and decreasing in size when I move this way. So I'll have to be very, very careful. The puppet's not perfect, and that's aggravating. Okay, so here's what we got. We got eyes can go here and put in here. Okay. I think I'm about ready to set a record for this. You about ready to give this a shot and see what kind of trouble we cause?
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
Maybe we should call Nate and see what he suggests. He said we can call him anytime. There has to be some sort of program or something.
There we go. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble we got.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
I don't know. That looked
Maybe
weird.
we should call Nate and see what he suggests.
I don't like it. Let's undo it. Okay, one more try.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house.
Oh, come on.
But we just...
One more take. Here we go. Set the reset pose. I know, right? I was doing good. Then I totally botched the eyes.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
Maybe we should call Nate and see what he suggests. He said we can call him anytime. There has to be some sort of program or something.
I think that one turned out much better. There we go. Let's see how that worked.
I just don't know how we're going to catch up on all of these bills, and I really don't want to lose the house. But we just can't seem to get our feet under us.
Maybe we should call Nate and see what he suggests. He said we can call him anytime. There has to be some sort of program or something.
He goes from a small dude to a big dude. Big hurry. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that was a pretty decent take. That one right there seems to be kind of not bad. So we can take that take and work with it. Now we have to go rig her. Because you can see we still have a problem with her. So she's going to have to be fixed too. Oh, gosh. It's like they're all this way. Let's go check her though. We learned a lot from this. Right? We learned a whole lot. Not the least of which is we need to go through and fix her in Photoshop so that her head and body are all in her head. Everything's in your head. It's all in your head. She doesn't need to move her body, so we can just delete that and kill that one. And we need to move her shoulder in here and her forearm and her hand. And then what we need to do is inside this folder, now that we're all inside here, guys, we're going to take and we're going to make a new folder inside. Oh, it is. Right, new folder inside here called Upper Artery. Right. And inside this guy goes the eyebrow, the right eye, the mouth, the head, and then we want another one. Is called arm. And in that one, we put the hand, the forearm, and the shoulder. And then the body goes in the upper body and gets screwed up. Okay.
Incoming call from an unknown caller.
And we'll have to talk to them in a bit because they want to know whether I'm going to be at the doctor's office tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is no show. Whoa! I wish I had remembered that when what's his name was here. I'll have to tell you. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 9. So there is nothing I can do. And that's just the way it's going to be. All right, we've re-rigged this guy. So we're going to take you. I love this crap. I don't even know what it is. It's stuff that was there before. Let's take the body and no, we don't need to do it. No. You. Yes, you're independent, but truth is the body origin, the arm origin is there, and the upper body is here, and the head's origin is there. Hopefully, and this is the origin, which should be here. Now, in theory, we have done this correctly. If in theory we have, then she won't move, but she'll move because we didn't do it right. And we know that. And we understand that we aren't getting this correct. We get it. Reset the scene. She's still rotating all the time and moving. Okay. We're going to do some fixed points here and fix the thingies. physics, because it needs to be fixed, because this isn't going to work. We're not going to be able to do this. Face. Placements. Right. Lip sync. Eye gaze. Mouse and input touch. Thank you. Okay, see, issues. This is why I have trust issues. Okay. Yeah, turn off the camera. That's part of it. Wow. I don't get it. I have done everything that every one of them says, and these things keep floating all over the place. We're now on the 7th hour of this. I was working on this last night and ultimately came up with the idea this morning to just erase an existing puppet and replace it. But this puppet's different because she's sideways, and I just can't seem to stop it. It's always going to be this obnoxiously weird, wandery all over the place thing. I don't even know. I can't control any of this. I can't ever seem to control it, and that's extremely frustrating. Well, we'll try Handle Fixer and see if that works, but I'm not necessarily hopeful at this point. I don't have a choice. This still has to go out, so there's nothing I can do. I will keep working on it until it works. But like I said, not feeling pretty. Target body, fixed waist, all these handles aren't fixed. Well, maybe it's time to break for lunch. It's probably better to break for lunch now anyway, because I'm now at a point of just sheer frustration. I don't know how to control these puppets. I can't get them to pin down. They're doing all of this weird wandering all over the place crap, and I can't get them to stay. And really, I think I need to restructure this particular puppet. But it is extraordinarily frustrating that two things are clearly not logical here. For instance, I don't know why in the world you would make, by default, a puppet that just floats and just doesn't, it never, I mean, nothing in the real world floats randomly through. So why would you by default make it so that you have to click all the buttons to make it not float? I don't understand why that's the thing, but by default, that's a thing. And clearly they don't have a rig for it, but the feet aren't tied to the ground at all, or nothing's tied to the ground. Not only that, obviously meshes deform, but they don't by default. So you have to set them to deform, but it's not easy to figure out how to do that either. And I don't understand how this is set up this way. That's what I'm thinking. I think I just need lunch. We need to go get lunch, and I need to, once I'm done with lunch, I'll come back and pound my head into this again until it works. So, okay, guys, I'm out of here. I am leaving you. But thanks for hanging with me and sticking with me for the day. And I will see you all, not tomorrow, but day after tomorrow. I will call. Yeah, I know. That's what gets me, is that Adobe has an awful lot of, well, duh, just click this, set this to 247, not 246, this. It's simple. They've got an awful lot of that. And it's really, really frustrating because none of it is intuitive. I mean, like, so much of Character Animator is intuitive. It all makes total sense. But I'm stuck on one thing that I've literally been stuck on since 10:30. And it's now 12:30. So 2 hours to try to figure out how to just get it to stop wiggling all over the place. And I don't know why that's not a default. I don't get why that's not default. Why isn't that default? So I guess it's time for me to go watch 17 hours of YouTube videos to glean this one piece of information, which is what I've been trying to avoid this entire time, because this is due 17 minutes ago. And I haven't even been able to get this to record yet. So this is due 17 minutes ago. And that's the way it goes. So, okay. Well, anyway, guys, I will talk to you all later. I'm extraordinarily frustrated. I'll go get food or something like that and figure it out. In the meantime, you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all on Thursday. We will not be working on this on Thursday. We'll be working on Bellatrix Rising on Thursday. I'm at least going to make her do dancing if we're going to have to do this. So there's that. And I will talk to you later. Keep your eyes on the stars. Bye, guys. Computer, good night.